What if I told you that more than 2,000 years ago, a few powerful minds discovered the secret to inner peace, strong discipline, and a life without regret? And what if the reason you feel stressed, confused, or trapped today is because no one taught you these timeless lessons? Today, that changes. Welcome to Wisdom of the Stoics. In this video, you will learn 12 Stoic principles that can completely change the way you think, act, and control your life. Stay until the end, because principle number 12 is the one most people never learn, and it may be the most powerful of all. Imagine a man who wakes up before sunrise every morning. He sits in silence and prepares his mind, not for an easy day, but for a difficult one. He knows that before the day ends, someone may disappoint him. Something valuable may be lost. His plans may fail. Problems may appear without warning. Yet he remains calm. That man was Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful ruler of the ancient world. He commanded armies, ruled millions of people, and faced war, disease, and betrayal throughout his life. But every morning, he wrote in a private journal. Not about wealth or power, but about becoming stronger, wiser, and better than he was the day before. His philosophy was Stoicism. Stoicism began in Athens around 300 BC. It was created by a merchant named Zeno of Citium. Soon, it spread across the ancient world and influenced emperors, generals, warriors, and even slaves. What made it different was simple. It was not a philosophy for scholars hiding in libraries. It was a weapon for the mind. A guide for surviving life's battles. The Stoics believed that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. And your response decides the quality of your entire life. Now let's begin. Principle number 1. Control what you can control. Make the best use of what is in your power and accept the rest as it comes. Epictetus. This is the foundation of Stoicism. Once you truly understand this idea, much of your anxiety disappears. The Stoics divided life into two parts. Things you can control. And things you cannot. What can you control? Your thoughts. Your choices. Your effort. Your attitude. Your character. What can't you control? Other people's opinions. The weather. The economy. Whether people respect you. Whether life goes according to plan. Most people suffer because they spend their energy trying to control things that were never theirs to control. They stay awake at night worrying about what others think. They fear the future. They replay the past again and again. The Stoic answer is simple. Let it go. Not because it is unimportant. But because worrying about it changes nothing. While focusing on what you can control changes everything. Epictetus understood this better than anyone. He was born a slave. He had no wealth, no status, and no control over his circumstances. Yet he became one of history's greatest philosophers. Why? Because he knew the strongest prison is not made of iron. It is built inside the mind. Today's challenge. Write down 3 things that are worrying you right now. Ask yourself one question. Can I control this? If the answer is no, let it pass. If the answer is yes, take one action immediately. Principle number 2, love your fate. Do not wish for life to happen the way you want. Wish for it to happen the way it does, and your life will flow peacefully. Epictetus. Most people accept reality only after fighting it. The Stoics taught something more powerful. Love it. This idea is called amor fati, the love of fate. Think about the hardest event in your life. A failure. A betrayal. A painful loss. A broken relationship. It hurt you. But it also changed you. It forced you to grow. It revealed strengths you never knew existed. The Stoics never denied pain. They understood a deeper truth. Pain is unavoidable. But resistance creates extra suffering. Every moment you spend wishing reality were different, you make your burden heavier. A strategic mind does something else. It takes every obstacle and turns it into fuel. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, how can I use this? The moment you do that, you stop being a victim. You become the author of your story. As Nietzsche said, what does not destroy me makes me stronger. Amor fati is not surrender. It is power. It is looking at life exactly as it is and deciding to use every challenge as an advantage. Principle number 3, remember you will die. Let us live each day as if it were our last. Seneca. In ancient Rome, victorious generals marched through the city while crowds celebrated them. But beside the general stood a slave with one important job. He whispered the same words again and again. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. Not to ruin the celebration, but to keep the man humble. To remind him that power fades. Glory fades. Life itself fades. Most people live as if they have endless time. They delay their dreams. Avoid difficult decisions. Postpone what truly matters. Always believing there will be another chance. But time is the one thing no man can conquer. Memento mori destroys that illusion. One day, your time will end. The real question is not how long you will live. The real question is whether you are truly living right now. The Stoics used the thought of death as a source of clarity. It removed distractions. It revealed priorities. And it reminded them to act before it was too late. Principle number 4, master the present moment. Focus only on the present. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius wrote these words for himself. Not for the world. He understood something most people forget. The past is gone. The future does not exist yet. Only this moment is real. Most people live everywhere except the present. They regret yesterday. They fear tomorrow. And because of that, they miss today. The present moment is where all power exists. Every choice. Every action. Every opportunity. Every relationship. Everything happens now. The Stoic knows that worrying about the future steals strength from today. Regretting the past steals peace from today. So train yourself to return to the present. Whenever your mind drifts into fear or regret, bring it back. Again and again. Like a disciplined ruler bringing order to a chaotic kingdom. Because the man who controls the present moment controls his life. Principle number 5, negative visualization, prepare for the worst. Principle number 5, prepare for loss before it arrives. He removes much of the pain of future troubles by seeing them before they come. Seneca. At first, this idea sounds strange. Why would you think about bad things before they happen? Because powerful people prepare. Weak people react. The Stoics practiced a method called negative visualization. They would imagine losing things they valued before those things were actually gone. Not to create fear. Not to become anxious. But to become stronger. There is a huge difference. Anxiety imagines disaster and feels helpless. Negative visualization imagines disaster, prepares for it, and then returns to the present feeling grateful. Think about your family. Your health. Your home. Your freedom. Now imagine, just for a moment, that one of those things disappears tomorrow. Feel that discomfort. That feeling is not fear. It is gratitude. Real gratitude. The kind that makes you appreciate what you already have. Most people ignore their blessings until they lose them. The Stoics refused to make that mistake. They trained themselves to value things before life took them away. And when loss eventually arrived, as it always does, they were not completely shattered. They had already accepted the truth that nothing lasts forever. Principle number 6, character is greater than wealth. Wealth is not a true good. Virtue alone is truly good. Zeno of Citium. This idea goes directly against everything modern society teaches. The world says money creates happiness. Status creates happiness. Fame creates happiness. Power creates happiness. The Stoics disagreed. They called these things preferred advantages. Useful, yes. Necessary, no. It is better to be healthy than sick. Better to be wealthy than poor. But none of those things can create inner peace by themselves. Look around. How many rich people are miserable? How many famous people feel empty? How many powerful people live in fear? Now think about someone who owns very little but carries quiet confidence, honesty, and dignity. People trust them. Respect them. Follow them. Why? Because character has a power that money can never buy. The Stoics believe that everything external can be taken away. Your money. Your position. Your reputation. Even your freedom. But your character remains yours. No market crash can steal it. No enemy can destroy it. No betrayal can remove it. The Stoics focused on 4 core virtues. Wisdom. Justice. Courage. Self-control. Master these 4 qualities and you become difficult to defeat. Ignore them, and no amount of success will ever satisfy you. Principle number 7, see life from above. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Understand this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. Yet even he felt pressure. Responsibility. Stress. Moments when everything seemed overwhelming. When that happened, he used a powerful mental exercise. He imagined rising above his situation. First above his city. Then above his country. Then above the entire world. Higher and higher until Earth became nothing more than a small dot in endless space. Then he asked himself one question. How important is this problem in the grand scheme of existence? Most of the things that steal our peace are surprisingly small. An embarrassing moment. A minor argument. Someone's opinion. A temporary setback. The view from above destroys unnecessary drama. It separates what matters from what doesn't. Think about your biggest stress today. Now zoom out. Your city. Your nation. The planet. The galaxy. The universe. You are living on a tiny world, for a brief moment, in an unimaginably vast cosmos. And yet you have the ability to think, choose, create, and love. That alone is extraordinary. Many of your worries shrink the moment you see them from a larger perspective. Principle number 8, live according to your nature. A human being is not meant to be ruled by fear, ego, or impulse. The Stoics believe that every person possesses a rational and noble nature. When you live according to that nature, life becomes simpler. When you fight against it, suffering follows. What does this mean in practice? It means making decisions with reason instead of emotion. It means thinking before reacting. It means choosing truth over convenience. Discipline over comfort. Purpose over distraction. It means understanding that you are part of something larger than yourself. Every action affects others. Every choice creates consequences. And perhaps most importantly, it means living honestly. Not pretending. Not performing. Not wearing masks to impress strangers. Think about the moments when you felt strongest. Most alive. Most fulfilled. Those moments probably came when you were being authentic. When you were helping someone. When you were working hard for something meaningful. When your actions matched your values. That is what it means to live according to your nature. Principle number 9, the obstacle is the path. What blocks action becomes the path itself. Marcus Aurelius. Most people see obstacles as stop signs. The Stoic sees them as instructions. A rejection. A failure. A setback. A closed door. Most people ask, why is this happening to me? The Stoic asks, what is this trying to teach me? That single question changes everything. Every challenge contains information. Every setback develops strength. Every failure reveals weakness that must be improved. History is filled with examples. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Winston Churchill suffered repeated political defeats before becoming a legendary leader. Oprah Winfrey was told she would never succeed in television. The obstacle was not preventing success. The obstacle was creating the person capable of success. Think carefully. What challenge stands in your way right now? Now ask yourself the Stoic question. What if this obstacle is not blocking my path? What if this obstacle is the path? Principle number 10, we rise together. What harms the hive harms the bee. Marcus Aurelius. Many people misunderstand Stoicism. They think Stoics are cold, detached, emotionless. They are wrong. True Stoicism teaches responsibility toward others. The Stoics believed in something called sympathia. The understanding that all human beings are connected. Your actions affect others. Their actions affect you. No one succeeds completely alone. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. Even as emperor, he constantly reminded himself of his duty toward family, citizens, friends, and strangers. He knew that his success meant little if those around him suffered. Modern culture often teaches selfishness. Focus on yourself. Think only about your own goals. Treat everyone else as background characters. Stoicism teaches the opposite. A strong society creates strong individuals. A healthy community creates healthy lives. When people around you thrive, you benefit too. The happiest people are rarely the most isolated. They are usually the most connected. The most generous. The most helpful. The most invested in the well-being of others. Because true strength is never built alone. It is built through meaningful relationships, shared purpose, and service to something greater than yourself. Principle number 11, choose hardship before life chooses it for you. Set aside days when you live with little and ask yourself, is this what I was afraid of? Seneca. Seneca was one of the richest men in Rome. Yet he regularly slept on hard floors. He wore rough clothes. He fasted. He walked through the cold. Not because he had to. Because he chose to. Why? Because he wanted proof that his peace did not depend on comfort. He wanted to know that if wealth disappeared tomorrow, he would still remain strong. And every time he faced discomfort willingly, he discovered something important. He was becoming harder to control. This lesson is more valuable today than ever before. We live in a world designed around comfort. Instant entertainment. Instant food. Instant pleasure. Instant distraction. Everything is easy. Yet people have become more anxious, more fragile, and less able to face difficulties. The Stoics understood a dangerous truth. The more comfort controls you, the less freedom you have. A man who cannot function without his phone, his coffee, his routines, or his comforts is not truly free. He is dependent. And dependence is weakness. Voluntary discomfort breaks those chains. It teaches your mind that you can survive without constant comfort. It teaches you that hardship is not your enemy. It is your training ground. The powerful person says, I choose the cold shower. I choose the difficult conversation. I choose discipline when comfort is available. Not because I enjoy suffering, but because I refuse to fear it. Start small. Skip one unnecessary pleasure tonight. Take 30 seconds of cold water at the end of your shower tomorrow. Wake up a little earlier. Do the difficult task first. These small acts train your mind. And over time, that training becomes strength that few people possess. Principle number 12, the flourishing life. Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. This is the final principle. And in many ways, it is the destination of everything we have discussed. The ancient Greeks had a word. Eudaimonia. Many people translate it as happiness. But that translation is too small. Happiness is a feeling. Feelings come and go. Eudaimonia is different. It means living at your highest potential. It means becoming the strongest version of yourself. It means living a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. And here is the great Stoic secret. A flourishing life does not depend on circumstances. Read that again. It does not depend on money. It does not depend on status. It does not depend on relationships. It does not depend on luck. It depends on your choices. Every single day. The Stoics believe that true fulfillment comes from practicing four things consistently. Wisdom. Justice. Courage. Self-control. Think clearly. Act fairly. Face challenges bravely. Control your desires. Do these things long enough and you build a life that no setback can destroy. Marcus Aurelius faced war, disease, betrayal, and personal tragedy. Epictetus began life as a slave. Seneca lived under the threat of execution. Yet all of them developed a level of peace that most people never reach. Their secret was not talent. It was not fortune. It was not privilege. It was discipline. The daily decision to choose character over circumstance. To choose mastery over excuses. To choose virtue over comfort. And that same choice is available to you right now. You already possess everything necessary to face whatever life brings. The Stoics would go even further. They would say you are capable of far more than you realize. A life of strength. A life of purpose. A life so calm under pressure that people wonder what your secret is. Now you know. The secret is ancient. And it still works. Let's bring everything together. 12 principles. 2,000 years of wisdom. One powerful truth. You are not a victim of your life. You are its architect. Most people hand control of their lives to emotions, circumstances, and other people. The Stoic refuses. He takes responsibility. He takes command. He understands that while he cannot control the world, he can always control himself. And that is enough. The Stoics never promised a painless life. They promised something far greater. A life where pain no longer controls you. A life built on clarity, discipline, purpose, and inner strength. A life where external chaos cannot destroy internal order. Remember the 12 principles. 1. Control what you can. Release what you cannot. 2. Love your fate, including its hardships. 3. Remember death and let it sharpen your life. 4. Live fully in the present moment. 5. Visualize loss and increase gratitude. 6. Build character above everything else. 7. Gain perspective by seeing the bigger picture. 8. Live according to your true nature. 9. Turn obstacles into opportunities. 10. Remember that all people are connected. 11. Choose hardship before hardship chooses you. 12. Build your life from the inside out. The Stoics are gone. But their wisdom remains. Not because they were famous. Not because they were powerful. But because they understood something timeless about human nature. And now that wisdom belongs to you. The question is simple. What will you do with it? Because the next chapter of your life will be shaped by the decisions you make after this moment. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and join us. Every week we explore Stoicism, power, self-mastery, and timeless wisdom designed to make you stronger, sharper, and harder to defeat. Until next time. Stay disciplined. Stay dangerous. And remember. The greatest victory is not over others. It is over yourself.